Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT. In this episode, I'm going to give a brief overview of Shadows of Adam, a game that is currently out right now on Steam and is coming to the Nintendo Switch on May 3rd. You can pre-purchase it right now for $13.49 USD or after it releases for $14.99 USD. The game itself looks like just a RPG with all the elements that a lot of people are familiar with, especially the old Final Fantasy games, especially Final Fantasy II. But I will say Final Fantasy III has a large impact on this game as well. And one of the things that really sold me on wanting to play this and bring it to you was one little tweet from Circle Entertainment. And it looked like this. That's a train getting suplexed. Now, anybody who has played role-playing games back in the day, especially on the Super Nintendo, will recall this moment from Final Fantasy VI, or 3 in the United States, where Sabin uses his blitz technique to suplex the train. And when I saw that, I'm like, okay, you have my attention. A train's getting suplexed. What's this game all about? So I'm going to play a little bit of it for you, let you guys know what you're going to be in for, and if the game's going to be worth your time. I have it all loaded up here, so let's just get to playing it. Now, currently I'm about 20 minutes into the game, and I just rescued this book from an underground labyrinth. And the book, they said, was hot and it was causing the trees and the vines to come alive. There's something about the main protagonist, Kellen's father, where the town says he's a ghost, but his son, Kellen, says he's not a ghost. It's just he's asking for help and they're seeing the ghost of him, if that makes any sense. But you're going out to investigate why his father needs help right now. There's a little bit of the backstory. This is 10 years ago. Now, a lot of people would look at the graphics of this game and say they're extremely basic and simplistic, especially modern-day gamers, but this is purposely done to harken back to the good old days of role-playing games, and it's done with a style that's not as generic as some of the cheap cookie-cutter role-playing games are. I feel like a lot of work was put into making this special, and it feels very unique. Now, the graphics are not on par with what Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the Super Nintendo were, but they're pretty darn close. The graphics, like in the town area, remind me a lot of the old school Final Fantasy games. You can run, or you can just walk without holding down the B button to run. So about 25 minutes into the game, you first come to a shop where you can upgrade your clothing, just like all the old school role-playing games. Nothing too crazy here, but this is one of my favorite aspects of the old school role-playing games, is being able to equip your characters and earn money while fighting enemies. Just the basic RPG elements are all here. So here's our first look at the overworld. On the left, that pit with the vines, that's where you actually start out the game. I wanted to play it a little bit before I loaded this up, just to get far enough ahead where I got a good grasp of what the game was like and let you guys know what you'd be in for after the initial 5 to 10 minutes of the game. There's no random encounters. So this is what it looks like when you go to fight an enemy. They show them on the map, and when you walk up to them, the battle automatically starts. And the battles actually look a lot like Dragon Quest, the old school, where the perspective is like Lufia and that kind of thing. And how the battles work in this is you can fight or use skills or magic, and the fighting obviously is fighting, but skills and magic uses ability points, and the ability points replenish on every turn. So yes, you can use an ether to restore the ability points, the AP, but you don't need to if you just fight instead of using skills on that turn. You automatically regain, I believe it's around 5% every single time a turn goes around. I kind of like that. For those that enjoy the retro, old school role-playing game graphics, this game is... I would say this game is a must-play. Anybody that likes the old school graphics. Like, I've been playing it all morning, having a blast with it. Absolute blast with it. The storyline is interesting enough to make me want to keep playing it. The gameplay is there, the music is there. I mean, obviously, like I said, the graphics are retro-inspired. Everything about this game is fantastic. Is it better than Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 2 or any of those old, Phantasy Star or Lufia or Dragon Quest? No. But can it stand on its own right? Yes. And, for $13.50 pre-purchasing or a regular price of $15 USD, I would say it's well worth that. Just off of a limited time that I've been playing it. You can also save at any point in the game. You can just go to the menu and save it. You don't have to get to a save point, which is good. I know in the old school games that was a bad thing, because if you could save anywhere and you ran out of health potions, you could actually get stuck in the game. I don't think that's a possibility here because of the automatic replenishments, but that is something just to be concerned about going forward with it. You don't ever want to save to a spot where you're so far into a dungeon and you can't get out for whatever reason. Let's see what this says on this headstone. I told you I was... That's classic. That's pretty amazing to have that written on a grave. I told you I was sick. This music is so reminiscent of Final Fantasy II on the Super Nintendo. Anybody who's played that, you know this kind of type of music. I love this. When a crazy old wicked witch lives in the middle of a misty forest and offers you mushroom soup, of course you say yes. Oh, and that guy took the mushroom, so guess where we're off to? Let's go get that mushroom, guys. They say snakes a lot, like darn it, which confused me at first, because when they said snakes all the time at the beginning, I thought they actually were seeing snakes, and I'm like, what? But yeah, snakes kind of means darn it or dang it in this, or shucks. Uh-oh. Try and do that, you stupid Umis! This Umi Shroomy is all mine. Rahaha. Alright. Let's see, that's a game teaching us to jump. Alright. Found 1 gold. Don't spend it all in one place. Alright, looks like we've gotten to the end of the forest here. Got him cornered. Oh, okay. This is the stuff of Mario's nightmares here. So let's see if I can suplex this guy. Like the tree. Yep. There it is. I mean, the game isn't the most original, clearly. It borrows heavily from a lot of retro role-playing games, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I want to make that extremely clear. I think we got him this round. Woo! Take that, you rotten mushroom. Found mushroom after killing the mushroom. I have a feeling I'm going to see that guy again later on in the game. Backtracking now to that wicked witch's house. Here we go with the mushroom sauce. This will help us get to Dandora somehow. Still interested to see how this is going to help. Okay, they ate the mushroom sauce. That was terrible. But the fog is gone. Huh. So the mushroom sauce removed the fog, so now we can see where we're going. Interesting. Okay, so I left the witch's house and we made camp for the night. And this is where I'm probably going to leave the video, because I know enough about this game to know that it's good, and I'm going to keep playing it. It's going back into a flashback of Azrael's memory here. It's a fun game. It's something that I would highly recommend anybody to play who likes the old school Final Fantasy games. It's right up that alley. Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, it's Lufia. It's all of those games mixed into this, but it has an original, unique experience to it that I'm having a blast with. Like I said, the storyline is good enough to want to find out more about it, and everything else about this game just screams retro. It's right up my alley. So with that, I'm going to leave the video, but I'm going to keep playing the game because it's so much fun. But let me know if you guys are interested in picking this game up, if you think it's something that's up your alley as well, or if you're kind of tired of these retro pixelated graphics. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and also before I go, a special thank you to Circle Entertainment and Something Classic Games for providing this copy to me. I love it. It's an awesome game, and I'm going to tell everybody they need to play it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.